righty what ho, chaps and chappets, Game Chap and Bertie here. Yes, fellows, and I dare say we are now discussing how the exciting return of online play in the upcoming race of Mario Kart 8 on Wii U, you know.
We most certainly are, old chap. Yes, indeed. The much anticipated Mario Kart 8 that everybody's waiting to come out.
That's right, old boy, they certainly are. I dare say the excitement is building.
Now, there's no doubt at all that while Mario Kart is a very fun game, the real excitement starts when you're playing someone else, hence the online play.
Of course, old chap, that's right, we all like the online play, and I dare say, as was quite famous, Mario Kart Wii, the last Mario Kart 8's online play was very successful. Indeed, it was a jolly good and well-executed mode that allowed a wide variety of options, whilst maintaining that fast-paced and sometimes frantic gameplay the series is known for. And of course, it made use of features like VR, race points, etc. and so forth to determine your skill level. Now the question is, how are things going to change in this next outing?
Most certainly, so it's no surprise that they've brought it back now in the latest game. But the thing is, what are they going to add that's new?
Well, that is the question, of course. Now, indeed, as you may recall, there was a little teaser video a while ago giving us some details about the online play. Now, the first thing we can see is that online play shall return with up to 12 players online, like Mario Kart Wii, in the same race.
Aha, so we've got 12 players back.
That's right, old boy. No increase, no change there, but I think 12 players is about the right amount. I shall let you into a little secret. I played quite a lot of Mario Kart Wii online, and I can tell you, 12 is the most you want in the race, otherwise it's absolute lunacy, you know.
Yes, I used to play it an awful lot, but then I stopped because I was beating everybody.
Rather because you were losing, old
No,
chap.
I wanted to give them a chance.
How many controllers did you throw across the room, old boy?
None.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sure, yes.
Well.
You could just smash them.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. Anyway, fellows,
yes.
I just say, one notable change is that this time there will be a little flag against the name of each racer now, so you can see which country they are from, unlike the previous game Mario Kart Wii, which showed coloured bands hinting at the region.
Ah, so we've got a countrywide indication as we're actually playing the game.
That's right, of course.
Aha.
So if you feel so inclined, you can say, that absolute cad from England, he's bloody well beating me, you know.
Aha, yes, you can say things like that.
You can. It's rather good. Now, of course, fellows, like before, we're going to see 4 different modes being worldwide, regional, friends, and tournament.
Ah, so those 4 modes are back. Any changes within those modes?
Well, perhaps, old boy. Indeed, there is, of course, one very large change we are going to see to the Friends mode, and I believe this is a feature that has been requested by many for Mario Kart. It seems Nintendo have listened. Perhaps they're taking a chance, but I think confining it to Friends only will be a safe bet. Now, what is that mode, old chap?
Ah, yes, now this is quite a big step forward. They're going to be adding voice chat to that Friends mode.
Really?
Most certainly. Available before and after races, together with preset text messages.
That's right. You see, of course, you could only say before things like, you know, hello, go easy on me, that was fun, etc. and so forth.
Yeah.
But this time, you'll be able to actually chat with your foes or hurl insults at them, as your case may be. But I hope not. Indeed, yes, fellows, it's quite an interesting decision by Nintendo because, of course, Mario Kart is quite a competitive game. But I think they're betting that most people will play it in a friendly, competitive, and semi-relaxed manner, you know.
Well, most certainly. Perhaps that's why they've kept it just to the Friends mode.
Yes, I think so, old chap.
Yes.
Otherwise, of course, there could be all sorts of chaos erupting.
Oh, yes.
Perhaps there'll be an option to turn it on or off like in other games, but indeed it's an interesting new feature and I dare say long awaited.
Most certainly. Now, apparently, this time, tournaments will be decided by the user, including start date and rules, etc.
That's right, of course. You see, whereas in the previous game there was no option for users to do that, it was only tournaments decided by Nintendo, it looks this time as though you can make your own tournaments and rankings are shown after each tournament ends. Now, I also very much suspect there'll be official tournaments from Nintendo as well, so you have the double whammy there, as it were.
Most certainly, so that's a rather interesting addition.
It most certainly is, and it will be a real test of skill, especially among friends, I should think.
Now, Ghost Data makes a return as players can compete against their friends or the top 10 sets of ghosts globally.
I see. Indeed, of course, among time trialers, a very large community, as you may know, fellows, with people always vying for the latest top score on a given course. But this time, we're going to have ghost data. Once again, you can stand off against your friends or take on the top 10 global ghosts, as Bertie says. But also, if you happen to beat a staff ghost this time, you'll get a little Miiverse stamp as a commemoration, which is a rather nice little bonus, I think.
Ah, so that'll be displayed as you're out there racing with it.
Well, no, of course, you can use that Miiverse stamp whilst you're posting on Miiverse about the game, and that brings us to the next point.
Ah, yes, and this is an interesting one, and another big addition. We're going to have Mario Kart TV. Now, this is a new channel that lets players watch race highlights with rewind, slow-mo replay options, etc. And people can also share and upload highlights and download videos to watch. They can also share highlights on Miiverse and apparently even on YouTube.
That's right, old boy, plus social media, so it really is a central hub of activity for all your Mario Kart interests. You're going to be able to see your best moments, your friends' best moments, the best and most exciting closest finishes in those races, and who pipped who to the post.
Most certainly, so you'll be able to post all your victories up there for everybody to see.
And say, look at this, I batted one in the nick of time, you know.
So these additions to voice chat, Mario Kart TV, etc. will be there by default. You won't have to do anything, you'll just get them straight in.
That's right, of course. These will be included as part of the game. No additional cost or that sort of thing involved in it. And I dare say they look as though they're features that are really going to spice up the online mode even more. Now, of course, speaking of the online mode itself, as you can see from those graphics there, it seems they really worked hard in making it very shiny and polished looking.
They did. Certainly the graphics of Mario Kart 8 are looking very, very handsome indeed.
Yes, of course, and I dare say it seems we're going to have those lovely graphics even online. With all the buzz of the online mode, it seems the graphics are going to be preserved in those races, making for a very exciting experience, I'm sure.
Okay, so how do you think the online mode in Mario Kart 8 will differ, or perhaps be better, than the previous one?
Well, it's a very good question, old chap. And of course, for those of you listening today, the 11th of May, there are only 9 days left to play Mario Kart Wii Online. After that, it will be shut down, of course. So we won't be able to draw a direct comparison, as it were.
Yes.
But I can certainly tell you, Mario Kart Wii had a jolly good online mode. It was frantic, it was furious. In many cases, it was affected as much by the items in play as your racing skill, especially in rooms where people were of approximately the same skill. And I think that's going to be seen once more in the new Mario Kart. Now, of course, many people don't like items. They say, well, goodness me, they take away from the competitive element or that sort of thing. But I personally think they allow for a very exciting environment where even players who are perhaps newer to the game or of lower skills still have a good chance of winning.
Yes, most certainly. Now I wonder if the new online mode will dispense with all the lag we had before.
Well, I don't know. Lag is, of course, an ever-present beast, and no doubt many of you have seen in the old Mario Kart things like people sailing off the side of the course,
yes,
only to reappear moments later ahead of you, you'll say.
Most certainly. Well, you see, the only games I ever lost were the lag ones, of course.
Oh, yes,
lag.
It's always lag.
It's always lag.
You see, if you lose at Mario Kart, it's lag, and if you win, the other players are noobs, you see. That's the general rule of thumb.
Of course it is, yes, everyone knows that.
Yeah, that's right, but indeed, yes, there was, of course, other facets of lag included firing red shells at people and them not working, etc. and so forth, people racing ahead and actually beating you even after you cross the finish line first, etc. and so forth. We'll have to see whether these things are fixed in Mario Kart 8, though I suspect we might perhaps still see some lag due to the nature of the internet.
Certainly, and of course the other little problem we had was people hacking the cheating.
Oh my goodness, the hackers, fellows.
Yes.
No doubt if you played Mario Kart Wii, you must have seen hackers at least once with mega mushrooms or stars or cruising around in bullet bills, etc. and so forth. Hopefully this time Nintendo will be taking a harsher stance towards those cats. And indeed, it seems in Super Smash Bros., the sister game to this as it were, they have said they will ban players who are offenders. So perhaps in Mario Kart Wii there might be a similar system.
Well, yes, I'd heard they're going to be banning people for doing that in Smash Brothers, but whether they bring it over to Mario Kart 8, we'll have to see.
Well, yes, of course, Mario Kart 8, sorry, that's
Yes.
right. Yes, we'll have to wait and see, fellows. Indeed, I dare say, of course, one other front of the online mode is the very popular clan scene, with people, of course, making little racing groups and slacking tags in front of their names so they can have clan matches and battles and that sort of thing. And it looks to me this time that with the friend system making a return, along with even voice chat, Nintendo have shown they are supporting this scene, and indeed, I dare say, it should make for some rather fun battles of sorts.
Most certainly, yes, I'm going to make Bertie's Clan.
Bertie's Clan?
Bertie's Clan, the Melon Mashers.
I was going to say that, you know, the Melon Mashers, whilst we will have the Wheels of Justice, Game Chaps crew of racing, clans, twits, would you mind? Clansmen,
twits.
Clansmen, you know. The battalion, that's right, you know, we can sort of group together and take down the foe, I say.
Yes, very good.
Well, yes, I'm sure. Stay tuned for a rather exhilarating match videos between Game Chaps, Twits, and Bertie's Mashers. Is that right?
Yes, that's perfectly correct, yes.
Yes, I thought...
Melon Mashers.
No. Anyway, videos, there you are. I dare say we're very excited for the upcoming Mario Kart Wii online mode. It should be an absolute blast, I say.
It most certainly should, yes indeed.
My word, videos, there you are. Stay tuned for more news, I say. We look forward to seeing you once more in the next exciting racing idea, I say. Until then...